Now we're going to model the hood. First thing we want to do is make the sharp line on top. Create a polygon from the top viewport plane. Convert to editable poly. Now place these like this. And if you could, it's always better to just spend a little time and get it perfect, or as close as to it as you could, because the results are so much better. And now what I'm doing here is I'm extruding it, but I'm doing it equally. If you have it equally, there's a it's a big chance you won't get any bumps. And if you will, it's a lot easier to fix them than it would be if your polygons were all over the place. And all I'm doing here is just moving things into place. So no need to do a lot of talking yet. Now select the edge, click loop. As you can see, it selects all edges. Now hold shift to drag. This is how you extrude, by holding shift. If you didn't know, hopefully you do. Now what I'm doing is just moving things around just to get it nice and smooth looking. Select the edge and now move it all down. Now what we could do, if you want equally, select polygon and select all these right here. And now click sell it, and what it does is creates an equal polygon going right there. Now select these, like what I'm doing right now, to select them all over, like one by one. Is each time I want to select a new one, I just press Control. Now loop and make sure it's only the ones that we don't need. Now press backspace and they're gone. But now click vertices and select all these dots you'll see. Press backspace and now we have this, which you could put like that. What we're going to do is click edge, loop. Now we can move it like that a little and move it down a little. Move this one a little down more. Oh, and also the see-through is what you could do is hold Alt and press X. That's what makes it see-through. Now go to this. I would say, but I would really mess up the words, so I'm not going to. But click Effect Pivot, then Center to Object, and now move it to the edge, to the end, right over here. Click OK. Now apply a modifier called Symmetry. Now pick whichever works best. There we go. And now move it back a little. Now Control S, save it. Now apply Turbo Smooth. If you don't have 3D Max 8, it's Mesh Smooth, but Turbo Smooth is a lot easier on your system. That's why I like to use it. Now, what you could do is just to get a nice look at what we'll have, select the top edge, click Loop, Chamfer, and hold on first, unequal in this area. We'll see why. There we go. Edge, loop, now chamfer by 1, and then 0.4. Now press F4 and apply a gray material, something with a bright color to it. It could be bright blue, but whatever will let you see the mesh so it's clean, so you can make sure there are no bumps on it. But this is very simple, so no need for bumps yet. Alright. Now select the edge, loop, like that. Now move it down. Now move this all the way to the end. Now what we need to see is we're going to use this one to follow as a center line. Like that. So what we need to do is move all these out of the way. Now that we have that one where we need it, this one here. And just place these into the right places. And be sure to make it as equal as you could. That way we don't have bumps going all over the place. Now what I'm going to do here is I select these. Now go to the front view. I click view align. Now it's all straight like that. And I click this to have this. So as you can see, like, we can still move it around and everything, and we can see what it's going to look like. I'll save it. Click quick slice. No, that won't work. Let's go with 150. Select this loop. Do 400. Actually, no. To have this nice and perfect, we're going to do the sell it thing again. And this could be a pain, but it's worth it at the end. And if I knew an easier way, believe me, I'd tell you, but I don't. At least the result will be very nice. Now what you want to do is Google for reference. So what we'll do is go to Dodge Charger 2006. And we just need a hood reference right now. But you always want something high quality. This one might work. Alright, see, it has a sharp line going right here. And then this is pretty sharp itself. So see if one will work. And weld these. It's pretty smooth hood. Alright, now as far as this goes as well. But let's see here. Alright, let's do this whole thing. And you always just want to look all around just to make sure there's no bumps, because sometimes that could cause bumps, sometimes not. In this case it didn't, so we're going to keep it like that. We can make this one a bit sharper. That's what we're going to do. Where is it? Here we go. The reason we didn't cut from here to here is because we could, but it would leave us this weird look, and we don't need to, because if you look, it makes a 4-point polygon, and that's what our goal is, to make everything 4-point. If we have everything 4-point, it's less likely to have bumps. And that's the hood. Oh, also, yeah. Just to equal it all out. Yeah, hood. And like I just said, that's the hood. Next step is the fender.